We have our Great Pyrenees dogs, and they totally respect this fence. I did not take them long to get acclimated to it, and they will not come within, I would say, probably 20 or 30 feet of the fence. Our underground fence is buried right along this line right here. They won't even get to the point where it beeps. Of course, this fence has a program where it will beep first, a couple of warning beeps, and then it'll give a correction. And so our Pyrenees, this is Rowdy. Hey, Rowdy. Now see, he will not follow me as I go closer to the fence. It did not take him long. With the training process, at first they will get zapped, and you should work with them to try to understand why they got zapped. If they don't understand it right, then you could mess it up at the beginning. They were pretty timid after they got zapped the first time, but once they learned what the boundaries were, and that's the challenge, making sure they know where the boundaries are. And so we did use the little fence flags. We put those up about every 10 feet or so. But we also have an electric wire fence for the other animals that kind of goes down. Really, with the Great Pyrenees, it's been great. I mean, right now, they never even challenge the fence. And I would say after about a week or two, they're completely acclimated to it. They can completely roam and protect our livestock on this 5-acre field. And they do not permit any dogs or raccoons or any other predators like foxes anywhere near the place. Okay, a couple of quick things. One is preparing the collar. We did go ahead and ours came with a longer set of probes because our dogs are really fuzzy. So I'd recommend using those longer probes. Secondly, you can set the stimulation level from 1 to 5. I'd recommend going to the highest possible level. You want that dog to get the message right at the beginning. You don't want to work up to something. That's basically training them to escape rather than training them to stay in. The other thing that we set on the unit itself, the wall unit, we went ahead and set it all the way up to the highest level 10. That's because we're on a large field, 5-acre field. Get the top collar on good and tight. At first, you want the fence at its highest level. You want the correction value at its highest level, along with the audio beeps. And you want the collar to be on tight, and you want those first corrections to be very meaningful for the dog. If you do that, you'll have dogs that are trained very quickly, and you'll have dogs that will respect that boundary even if there are problems. For instance, if the power goes out, they'll still respect it. If their battery wears out in their collar, they'll still respect it. There'll be a longer period of time of respect for that fence if you do it right at the beginning. Don't think that it's best to, I'm just going to set it at a really low level and kind of ease up to it. By doing that, you're training them to challenge the fence and to get out. And finally, a couple last tips. Once you have a well-trained dog, then you can go ahead and ease up a little bit. In other words, leave it at its highest shock setting all the time. That's what I do for our large dogs. But you can loosen the collar so it's not as uncomfortable for them. You can also be a little more lax on whether, is the battery charged or not, and you will still have good results. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.